All right, coming back at you again. Those will you be edified. So I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakwadash. Second, I want to give double honor to our apostles, our beloved apostles, elders, GMS that rule of well, and peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect that consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, which make up the 12 tribes of Israel today. And like I said, link up the curses and link up our condition and link up how you say basically look at our conditions, and then you have another people that's claiming to be us, but it just doesn't link up. So a child grabbed this box ice cream sandwiches, right? One of my childhood, a lot of our childhood, you know, delicacies, snacks, whatever, food. Some of us. So grabbed us from the job. Um, they somewhat try to give that as a, I guess for us for a job, but you know, it behooves you I would stay away from it. But what inspired me to do this because I heard there's certain things on the back of how they make these things, which is very it's not good for you. And I remember let me get that real quick. Let me see if I can find that. Because remember, we came from a world, a complete heathenistic world and mindset. So we ate abominable. So let me see. So Colossians 3, hold on real quick. If the it goes to if he be deep slack, tongue twister. Colossians 3 and 1. If ye then be risen with Yahweh Shah, seek those things which are above, where Yahweh Shah sitteth on the right hand of Yahweh. Verse 2, set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. Verse 3, for ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach, Yahushua in Yahweh. When Yahushua, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with them in glory. So just like you got the new covenant maniac, evidently he didn't care about his health. That's why he's in this condition that he's in. And ultimately, that just lets us know we're not in the new covenant. We're in a between stage. We're waking up. Lord's having mercy, having grace upon us. So we have to change our ways, change our health. And again, like I said, we all come from our mothers, parents, whatever, had this all in our refrigerators and the freezers. And we wonder why we were fucked up as kids, overweight, teeth fucked up, body, etc. Well, we come from people where we just ate anything, whichever our people put in that house, put in that refrigerator, put in the food box, refrigerator, whatever. We ate, we chopped down Hot Pockets, Pringles, um, whatever. Um, so again, we consider and look upon these things, and then we take heed and be like, yo, we're very blessed because now we can actually stop eating these things and stay away from these things and know the punishment and not the punish. Well, it is a punishment, but nonetheless, the repercussions of eating these bad. It's not even food. Eating chemicals, and Esau knows what he's doing. This is why this is not accidentally or oh, we're running out of stuff, so we got to cut the food and stretch it. Nah, Esau deliberately doing this. And all in all, if it was such a problem, don't make it because I'm gonna be all actuality and all reality. Nothing about these ice cream sandwiches is real. And you know, what years before I've tried eating these again when as a kid and I ate one of these and you can completely taste a difference. It's not made the same. It's more chemically taste has more of a chemical taste to it. So verse 5, Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. So we got to change ourselves, change our diet, exercise, really take heed to what we're eating, putting down, um, what you call it, into our stomachs, what we're shoving down our throats, because you don't want to be just drinking sodas. You kind of want to stay away from sodas, if possible. And it's even goes for me. Um, we got to try to do the best that we can. Possibly make your own food. Um, Shop different stores. Stay away from those fast food spots. Eat more fruits. Try to eat more fruits. You got to understand your body. It's like the American diet. You don't have to eat every hour. When you're feeling a certain way, you stuff your food down with candy. And it's crazy because that shit is not even food. A lot of shit that we call food isn't even food. So, fornication and cleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness. And a lot of us covet food, which is idolatry, for which things take the wrath of Yahweh shall come upon the children of disobedience, in the which he also walked some time. So at one time before, prior to us waking up to the fact that we are Hebrew Israelites, we ate crazy. We lived a heathenistic mindset, and we carried ourselves as heathens. We were complete animals. And remember, Esau directed us to, and gave us this false sense of freedom and libertation and liberty. We pretty much cleaved and coveted after all Esau put out there that was detrimental to us. So it says, but now you also put off these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. So, all right. Nonetheless, I'm gonna start looking at these um, ingredients. So I'm gonna start off with the high fructose corn syrup. Now, by now, we all should know what the hell high fructose corn syrup is. So let me see. Let me put it in like this. And again, I'm not gonna be too long with each type, but I'm gonna just bring up the overview. It's crazy because AI pretty much brings it up. So, high fructose corn syrup, excessive consumption of high fructose corn syrup, a common sweetener, is linked to various health risks, including weight gain, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and fatty liver disease. Here's a more detailed look at potential dangers. Weight gain and obesity can promote fat production in the liver and lead to weight gain and obesity. Um, Type 2 diabetes, excessive fructose intake can lead to insulin resistance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes. Heart disease consumption has been linked to increased levels of triglycerides. Let's look up that word. There's another word that called diglycerides. And you know, everything in your body has to do with hormones, and what these things, when they enter your hormones start to get thrown off, especially with the amount of stress level we have in this society that we live in. All in all, it's a society that burns you the fuck out, and you're not able to ever relax and really just chill and relax and get any sleep. So your body really doesn't have time to really just chill out and relax and restore itself. It's constantly working under pressure, stress, and that's why a lot of our times, really mainly us, our people die like in the high fashion that we do. Um, so it says triglycerides. They are a type of fat and lipid that circulates in your blood. They are the most common type of fat in your body. Your body needs some triglycerides for energy, but high levels can be a health risk. A lot of times when our people eating this bullshit, it throws off our hormones. So instead of our hormones clicking in and stopping, basically that balance, it allows something to go too much, too low, and it throws your body off, and something else has to work hard to recompensate the action of that function, so it just throws everything off, especially then your body started storing fat, which again, it's not funny. It's not a coincidence where, I go to the gym and I've seen people that have been in different gyms, um, and I've seen people take like months or a year off too, and they come back fat as hell. Like, yo, goddamn, that's the result of the food, you know. Um, so going back, um, the liver processes fructose differently than other sugars, potentially leading to a buildup of fat in the liver, resulting in fatty liver disease. Gout, fructose can increase uric acid levels in the blood, potentially leading to gout, a painful form of arthritis. Metabolic syndrome consumption can contribute to metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions that increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. So, colorectal cancer, cancer growth, gut health. Yeah, so it says some studies suggest that high fructose intake may negatively impact gut health, and that's why a majority of people in America have guts. Um, so that's that. That's the first one, and there's many much more. You can look up the dangers of high fructose corn syrup. So let me look up. Corn syrup is not good neither. Let me look. What the hell is guar gum? Let me look up what guar gum is. What the hell? Yo, it's crazy. Yo. First of all, what the hell is guar gum? What is guar gum? So guar gum. So its function is a polysaccharide, meaning it's a long chain of sugar molecules that acts of a thickening agent, stabilizer, and emulsifier in food. So guar gum is commonly used in various foods, including ice cream, yogurt, salad dressings, gluten-free baked goods, sauces, gravies, and soups. Um, so, so it's used it's an additive used to thicken and stabilize food products, whatever that is. It says mono diglycerides. Diglyceride danger. So diglycerides increase heart disease, weight gain, gastrointestinal issues. Here go another something else. What the hell? The xanthan gum. So xanthan gum. Excessive intake can lead to digestive discomfort like bloating, gas, and diarrhea. Um, Changes in gut bacteria because you need certain gut bacteria to break down certain um, you need good and bad bacteria, gut bacteria, to break down certain food and particles in your gut. But again, if you eat certain of these chemicals, they're throwing off your hormones to let your brain basically trigger it to make your body work. So instead of your body, your hormones is going back to your brain and how you say, ringing the alarm to make it work. It basically is like, it basically numbs it, and it allows that shit to pretty much, the shit that you eat to stay in your gut, or it just moves it around. That's why a lot of people get migraines and headaches, because it's something going on in your body. Yeah, it's crazy how Esau put these chemicals in our food, but for nonetheless, it's crazy how we will all just get this. We'll go to the store, and we all have done it. We all go to the store. Let me get some for the kids, right? Let me get some for the kids. So you pick this up. All kids love sweets, and a lot of adults love sweets, right? You go to the store. It's no harm. You go get this box. You know, and, if I would say one thing, if you're going to get, that, yeah, I eat ice cream, but I try to get the best brand, the bad out of the good. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, you wicked if you eat it, but I wouldn't be getting the bottom of the bottom. If you're going to get it, and please have a high functioning workout regimen while you're doing this, and pretty much know how to try to balance that out. But yeah, we all go to the store at times and just pick up things for our children, or our so-called loved ones, and just not understand. It's crazy enough. We get this shit. We look on the back of the, I can't pronounce this word. I know English. We all went to English. We grew up speaking English, but I can't fucking pronounce this word. You get your glasses, you be like, what the fuck? The hell is, can't read it. Don't understand what the fuck it is. But again, we still get it. But this is the chemicals we're putting in our body. Wicked as hell. What polysorbate 80? Let's look at what this is. Polysorbate 80. What is it? So polysorbate 80, also known as tween 80, is a synthetic non-ionic surfactant and emulsifier commonly used in food cosmetics. God damn, what the hell? What the hell is, why we consume something that has to do with cosmetic and drug formulations as a solubilizer, stabilizer, or emulsifier? So what the hell? Why are we eating something like this? So it says uses: food used as an emulsifier in various foods, including ice cream, salad dressing, and sauces to improve texture, consistency, and mouthfeel. It's a chemical. It numbs. See, it's a numb. It numbs. It's a numbing agent. So best believe when it's going in your body, it's numbing something. It's fucking up your hormones. Cosmetics used in lotions, creams, and other cosmetic products to help emulsify ingredients. The hell? Pharmaceuticals used as a solubilizer and a stabilizer in medication, vaccines, and other pharmaceutical preparations. So what the fuck are we doing eating this. Shalaki, baby, one moment. You look up. So it says the potential dangers is gut microbiome disruption, inflammation, increased intestinal permeability. So, meaning more substance can pass through into the bloodstream, potentially affecting nutrient absorption and other bodily functions. Allergic reaction, a skin irritation, impurities, um, developmental and reproductive toxicity. So, some studies suggest that polysorbate 80 may have developmental and reproductive toxicity, oxidative damage. So hepatotoxicity has been implicated in cases of liver toxicity, renal toxicity. So it damages your kidney. So neural inflammation and cognitive decline. It said can exacerbate age-related cognitive decline. So pretty much it'll age you. It'll make you look, start to look old. Yeah. So next one, cellulose. I'm not gonna be too much longer, but I going to work. I used to look in the refrigerator, because they put the water there, and I look in the freezer. I thought, what the fuck? How the hell they got big ass boxes of ice cream sandwiches, and people been eating them. And I looked in the back. I looked at the shit. I said, damn, what the fuck is? I can't pronounce these words. And I remember, growing up, I used to eat these shits, man. What the? So cellulose gum causes digestive issue, potential reduced nutrient absorption. So again, it just fucks everything up. Irritable bowel syndrome, gastrointestinal discomfort, reduced nutrient. So this all this shit does is fuck up your hormones. It throws off everything. Then you start to gain weight, store fat, and your body just starts to break down. And you got to ask yourself, why would Esau put this in there? Why, would not if he saw the potential danger, would he not, take it out? Hell no. He puts more in it. So carrageenan, if I'm saying it right, this causes inflammation, digestive issues, and even possible link to cancer. Yeah, colon cancer, immune suppression studies on the rats have shown that consumption of carrageenan can temporarily suppress the antibody response. So it fucks up your hormones. So, glucose intolerance and insulin resistance. Studies on mice and human cells indicate that carrageenan impairs glucose tolerance. I believe if your glucose, that's it's so much of the body, but if your glucose is messed up, I think it messes up your pancreas, if I'm not mistaken. Increases insulin resistance and inhibits insulin signaling. God damn, man. That's where your high blood pressure, your what is high blood, diabetes, etc., man. And this is all in this small box of ice cream sandwich. How much more, when you just go to the store, when you just go to the store and you just start putting things in your basket. So what the hell is this? So it says this is annatto color. So it says annatto color can cause behavior issues. Some honest Sodota reports suggest that annatto may be linked to behavior issues in children, such as headbutting, outbursts, and tantrums. So um, when you go to school, you give it, like I said, you give this to your children. You send them to school, and they're off the fucking chain, whatever. Now we understand school's fucked up, and it's not meant for men, little men, children, or women, little girls, and your son's getting up there, or your daughter, whatever, and now, oh yeah, we should just give her Ritalin and every fucking pill underneath the sun, you know, adding more chemicals. Um, and we know palm oil. Matter of fact, I think I brought that out earlier. Dextrose. Matter of fact, I don't think I did. Hold on. Danger of dextrose. I believe that's another sugar. So dextrose is a type of sugar can pose danger, especially when consumed excessively or by individuals with certain health conditions, potentially leading to hyperglycemia, insulin resistance, and other complications. So it said rapidly raises blood sugar, hyperglycemia symptoms. So it can lead to symptoms like frequent urination, excessive thirst, nausea, vomiting, and confusion. Increased risk for diabetes, insulin resistance, weight gain, heart problems, kidney problems, skin problems, depression. How the fuck you eat food and cause you to get depressed, man? Heart problems, low potassium levels, people with swelling in extremities or fluid buildup in lungs. Yeah, it's a food additive. Um, it's crazy. Like I said, this is all in here. So bleach, what the fuck is bleached wheat flour? God dang. So, all right. Bleached wheat flour, right? It says bleached wheat flour has been a topic of concern due to the chemicals used in the bleaching process, such as chlorine. So, goddamn, chlorine dioxide and benzoyl peroxide. While the U.S. Food and Drug FDA considers these agents generally recognized as safe, of course they're going to say it's safe. Some countries like Europe and Canada have banned them. The main concern revolves around potentially carcinogenicity, although human studies are limited. Yeah, whatever. Some studies in animals have shown that benzoyl peroxide can increase tumor growth, cancer, and chlorine dioxide can produce alloxin, which is used in animal models to induce diabetes. So, let me see. Dude, man. And you wonder why people are messed up out here. You wonder why moms and fathers and etc., and our peers are messed up. So palm oil, high saturated fat content, so it can lead to LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, and increase other cardiovascular disease, potential for inflammation. Palm oil may contribute to inflammation and insulin resistance, potentially leading to type 2 diabetes and obesity, um, cancer. It says palm oil often found in deep fried foods and processed snacks. Excessive consumption can weight gain. Um, there's a couple more. So what the hell is this soy? And I'm gonna end it after this one because you pretty much get the point. Let's sit then. So soy lecithin is a GMO. Lecithin is often derived from GMO soybeans. Um, Soy lecithin is extracted using chemical solvents, including hexane, a neurotoxin. While most hexane is removed during processes, small amounts may remain in the final product. What the hell is hexane? Let's look this up. Hexane. So hexane, a common solvent in degreaser, poses dangers through inhalation, skin contact, and ingestion, potentially causing nerve damage, dizziness, and nausea, and in severe cases, even unconsciousness or death. So, yeah, nervous system damage, peripheral, short-term exposure, um, headache, respiratory effects, skin irritation, ingestion, chronic. Yeah, many people, Esau's a damn devil, man. It's there's not much we can, not much more to say. Why would this man be, putting this stuff in his food, so-called food? Lecithin is a common food additive and is found in many processed foods. That's why, in all, man, I would stay the fuck away from processed foods. Um, a lot of, well, lately, all I've been doing is I go to the fruit section, and even a lot of the fruit is fucked up. I try to think about what I can put in my body that's kind of like living. I know I ain't gonna lie to you. Like years back, I used to fucking eat real bad. And I, how you say, and it showed. Gained a lot of weight. Um, and I'm in the process, trying to lose that fat and burn that fat and lose this weight. I want to say roughly maybe 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, ate processed food with cheeses and shit like that, Pringles. And it's crazy. I wouldn't eat. Um, how can you say it? I wouldn't. I would just go to the store. I might just, I wouldn't even eat breakfast. I would just go to the store. Let me go to the store, get a thing of Pringles or Cheez-Its, and I just eat off it. And then while I'm at work, and then when I get home, I eat. And it wasn't really the best then, but it's just pretty much saying, think about again, we're new creatures now through Yahweh Shah. You got to remember, um, take care of these bodies that we're in. We're a new creature living for Yahweh Shah. These bodies are not ours. These bodies belong to Yahweh Shah. So you got to keep things holy. You got to think about, you got to remember, you have to keep your body fueled with good things so we can keep on with the ministry. You are what you eat. You are who you involve yourself around. We understand niggas eat whatever. We try to call out, we say that we're not niggas, so why are we eating what niggas eat, we clown, we're doing these lessons and we're on the highways and the byways. We talk shit about our people, but look at what we're doing. That's pretty much like a hypocrite. So again, you have to take heed on what we're eating, what we're putting in our bodies. And I'm here to let brothers know that shit does affect the body, because it had affected me, and what how you say that neglect. And you would ask yourself, God damn, I don't even eat that much. I don't even eat crazy. I was saying this thing years ago, and I gained all this weight. But shit, I was eating nothing but fucking chemicals, and it threw my fucking body off, and I gained weight. We may be, like I said, certain things that we do, you're not even knowing, in our ignorance is like, yo, I don't eat much, whatever. But remember, a lot of times what we're eating is dead. It's not living. It's not nothing. You know, like for instance, you got to think about, if you get a soda, right? Like, if you make your own juice, brothers that juice, you use an actual live fruit that your body, it going in your body, and your body can consume it and use it. What the fuck can your body do if you put soda in it and your body can't do nothing with it? It just sits in your body because it's not something living. It's something dead. It's a chemical in your body. Like, yo, what the fuck do I do with this? Man, put that shit in your thighs somewhere. Put that shit in your toe. Put that shit in your liver. Put that shit in your kidney. Just let it sit there. And that's what this food is doing. It's sitting in our bodies, and our bodies can't get rid of it. And one thing I've been studying a little, not studying, but looking up. It's really crazy because the fat kind of somewhat saves you from certain things. And I'm not saying that this is a good thing. It's crazy how the way that our body does certain things to try to save us. Really, like, what fat does is, when a lot of when our body can't stops reading and can't process certain foods and break it down, all it does is stores it in these fat cells that we have in our body, and it just sits in there so it won't hit our bloodstream, or don't pretty much get in. Pretty much it doesn't, how you say, throw off our process of how you say, continuing on. So that's why you got fat cells. So a lot of times them fat cells in your body got a bunch of toxins in it. It's crazy how, again, this your body, and again, it's like, yo, call all your Bashing Shah, because a lot of us really should be dead due to even the shit that we putting in our body. But the fact that our body can put those chemicals and toxins in our fat cells, it's just something crazy in itself. But one thing about the process of burning fat, you have to really check your hormones and get your hormones back working. So it's a science, man, because again, how Esau has got these people, that's why, our women is fucked up, the men of our nation is fucked up, our parents are fucked up. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Growing up here in America, I grew up in the islands too, but I've seen a difference. But the American diet, just growing up in this world where no health regimen, you just eat what you want, whatever's in the refrigerator, it really, we're paying for it. That's basically what I'm saying. We're paying for it. So it's wise to start to get a grasp of it, to try to take care of yourself. You don't want to be like your boy, your Howard of Maccabees in the new covenant, showing his titty. But y'all get up out of here. Those who was edified. Again, we give our praise, honor, and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem Shah, Bashem Kapadash. Double honors to the Apostle GMS, Death Rule of Well, and a peace blessings to the hopefully elect. But that was Shalom.